Welcome to the Be Amazing podcast, where bold ideas, inspiring stories, and innovations come together to shape the future of wellness in multifamily living. I'm your host, Celia Smart. I'm a fitness expert, fitness facility designer, and advocate to bring wellness to every community. Each week, I sit down with industry leaders, creative visionaries, and game changers who are raising the bar in fitness, design, and real estate. Together, we explore what it truly means to be amazing, not just in business, but in life, in the spaces we create and the communities we serve. Now let's jump in. Hi everyone, I'm sitting here with a 20 on the Rise recipient, Sean Vaughan.
Yes, hello. How's everyone doing today?
We're so glad you're here, and we're all celebrating later together,
Yes,
which I'm
absolutely.
so excited. How excited are you about being part of 20 on the Rise?
Very excited. I've actually never been to AANC before, so this is my first time all around and first time 20 on the Rise as well.
So
super
fun.
excited.
So let's talk a little bit about who you are, because you gave me just a snippet of that. You've only been in the industry, you've been in the industry going on 5 years in July.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit about you
Yes.
and where you were before this.
Yes, so I used to work in IT prior to property management. It was a small medical device manufacturing company, long story short, and I did a lot of the internal tickets for the employees that were there. Some things were changing, so I decided to make the jump to property management. I'm more of a people person versus being behind a closed door and behind a computer screen, which I find myself behind more these days now being a manager.
I bet, because I feel like every time I walk in, they're entrenched in it. There's a call going on, they're answering emails, there's all kinds of things
Something's
happening.
Always happening. And then prior to IT, I worked in different retail jobs. So Best Buy, Old Navy was a good one I had for a long time, and Banana Republic. So I've been in customer service for a hot minute, you could say.
So I take it you love multifamily.
Yes, I haven't been able to escape it yet.
Well, it's funny because I don't think you're going to.
I don't think so.
I feel like once you get into multifamily, you stay. Now you may not stay in the same spot.
Right,
you may kind of move to other places because there's so much opportunity.
Yes.
But what do you love most about being a part of this industry?
I love the people and the connections I get to make, whether it's with residents or other coworkers or other peers in my company. I love just learning more about people's needs and how I can help them in their living experience. And that's kind of my thought process and when I enter anything in a resident issue or anything like that. So I'm always putting the resident first, or kind of listening to them. Sometimes people just need someone to listen to ultimately at the end of the day. And sometimes I'm giving life advice, and I'm much younger than some of my residents. So
you become a counselor too.
Yes.
You're there for all the
multiple
things.
Multiple hats.
Is there something that you've done that's been super fun at your community, or that you get excited about, that you and your team put on, an event or?
Just any resident event. So I have a smaller team. We're only at 171 units at my current property. So it's just me and one other person in the office. So we always have fun in anything we do. We are the party of our community.
I love that. You are the party.
We are the party. Michelle, she's actually here today, but I don't know if she's going to be doing an interview with you, but I'll introduce you guys
Okay.
later. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. What? So you're now. This is your first conference.
Yes.
Are you involved in your local association?
I am. I actually sit on the Excel committee with Triangle Apartment Association, and I'm planning to get more involved. So kind of the second half of last year, I had moved around to a couple of different properties. My first property was a lease up in Wake Forest. And then I got pulled to come back to a property that I actually had previously been the leasing consultant at for a lease up. So there was a lot of moving around, bouncing parts. I wasn't able to get as involved last year, but I'm looking forward to 2025 and getting more involved with TAA.
Well, and talk to us a little bit about that committee. What is, because you said Excel.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Yes, so Excel committee, they kind of have their hands in multiple different pots. They do a lot of the Rise and Grind breakfasts. They do the Excel Effect podcast as well. And then it's a great community if you're not sure what you're wanting to do. It kind of gets you in and gets you involved and kind of lets you see all the different committees that TAA has to offer as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Now, do you have anything that you are kind of have your eyes set on as far as what's next for you in where you want to be in the next couple of years?
I've only been in my manager role for a little over a year now. So ultimately I'd like to be a few different types of properties, a larger property. I'd like to have a larger team. I love training and growing people as well. So who knows what the future has in store. I've been in a corporate role as well in my journey in this career so far, so who knows?
Oh,
maybe one day I'll be a regional or a VP.
Yes, that's what being a part of 20 on the Rise is all about, is like you are being recognized for somebody that is leading, somebody that's taking those steps forward. And so that's what's always fun, is like, I think everybody has something kind of in the back of their mind of like where they want to go next, or how, whether it be in their career, whether it be in this community, or in the industry.
There's so many opportunities.
So many opportunities. So is there anything that, as far as like giving advice to someone that might be kind of not sure about starting in the industry, because you switched from you came on from something completely different, what kind of advice would you give someone that might be interested?
Just do it. Go all in. Don't be scared. It's going to be just like if you're working in a retail store, you're going to want to find out those fact-finding questions about people, and that's ultimately going to help you get that lease at the end of the day and building that rapport with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else as far as like, because we have this opportunity to share about you and about what you're doing. Is there anything else on your heart that you would want to share with the listeners?
Yeah, I've absolutely enjoyed the last 5 years of property management. I'm looking forward to the next 5 years of property management. I never know what the next day has in store for me. It's always something new, and it keeps me on my toes.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that you took a few minutes to sit down and talk, and I can't wait to celebrate you.
Yes.
20 on the Rise, AANC. Thank you for
Thanks for having me. Yes. Okay,
I have another guest. This is Megan Lord-Harvey, and you are in marketing.
Yes.
Yeah. And you are 20 on the Rise for AANC.
I am, yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is so exciting because I've had some conversations with different recipients in our group, because I got to be part of it as well this year. So tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, so I have been in the industry for 10 years. I'm a national account manager for Greystar, and I have just been really involved with the multifamily industry for some time now. And I think the biggest thing is that I just love connecting with people. I love the impact we can have in people's lives. I mean, housing is such an essential part of our, everyday. And for me, I personally love to give back. So I'm very charitable, director of my community service group as well. And so it bleeds into both of my passions with people and community. And so as I've gotten involved with property management, I have started to dabble in the marketing side of things. And so now I'm on the digital marketing team. And so I kind of call myself a marketing ninja, because I'm kind of on the back end of things, right? I used to be on site as an assistant property manager. So I have had the humble experience of being boots on the ground and kind of working my way up to the marketing team, and now on the digital team. So all the things that you see when you're searching for an apartment, that is part of our strategies. And so it's really cool to make an impact in a different way. And so, yeah, I've just been kind of going up since then, up the corporate chain, and, meeting all these people in the apartment industry has been such an amazing experience, because not only within my own company, within just the apartment industry with vendors and, other property management groups, you just meet such bright people, people that have such amazing different perspective, opens your eyes up to different ways of seeing the world, right? And as an opportunity to do that with AANC, it has been such a blessing, because I've just been able to make such a great connection with a lot of people.
Well, and talking about AANC and giving back and all of that, I sat in yesterday when you are talking, because you are a co-chair for the PR committee.
I am, yes.
Which is so awesome, y'all. Yes. I get to be part of this committee, and you and Bill are leading the charge, leading the way. So talk to us a little bit about what PR looks like for AANC.
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now, PR for AANC is really just focused on, we are multifamily. And we're really wanting to focus on the idea that, we are here to help those looking for housing and those that are looking for community, right? Not just a place to live. We want to be able to provide that connection between a resident and a property management group. And knowing that they are being provided the best quality quality and experience, but also feeling a part of the community as a whole. And so we really want to bring that message to life that, it isn't us against them in any capacity. We are here to work with them and to provide that experience that they're looking for. If that is their empty nesters, if they're, getting into the world for the first time after college, and they just graduated, or anything in between, and we have something for everyone. And, the apartment life has changed significantly over the years. And so we're constantly adapting to the change. And so the message there is that there is a home for everyone, and we're here to provide that experience.
Yeah, this is so cool because I know 10 years ago, I started just like you.
Right.
We made the line, like it's 10 years to be recognized as 20 on the rise.
Right.
It's like 10 years or less of experience in multifamily. Before it used to have the age is gone, which is great.
Yes.
But it was like the 10th year. It's like, I'm going to get in.
Yeah.
But when I started 10 years ago, I didn't even know what multifamily was. I was starting a new career at 40. I had no idea what multifamily was. And walked in, I had rented an apartment, and we had a manager, but there was not that connection of what the multifamily industry was, that this property manager was, or community manager was actually part of a bigger, a bigger world.
Much
so
bigger.
yeah. So now it's so now to be able to have this conversation and talk about the residents are part of our world.
Yes, absolutely. Very much so. And, that's a great point you bring up. It's the fact that not a lot of people understand all sides of property management, as well as just being a part of multifamily. And so that message is to educate, everyone, even within the industry and outside of it, to truly understand what it encompasses. And for us, it is just that. It's to understand everything that could be provided, what that means, what are we offering, and what we're all about. So being a part of AANC, there's such great educational opportunity in that, and as well as career advancement. There's great opportunities for that as well. So we'd love to have you on our committee. I love that. And I, personally love the message that we are providing and trying to send out to everyone. So no, I really love that question.
Well, so let's talk about career advancement, because you started out as on-site.
Yes.
You then go to you went into the marketing side.
Yes.
Now you're digital marketing. Okay, what's next? Where are we going after
Oh my
here?
gosh.
Where are we going?
I don't even know what I'm eating for lunch today. My biggest thing is I really kind of see where my passion goes, right? So I started off with just the love for people and interacting with people, and that's how I kind of got into the property management industry. And as I did that, I realized that I really loved just the social aspect of it, being on social media and learning how did people find us? And we're always asking that question when we're on site. How did you find us? How did you hear about us? And so then my passion kind of grew from that, which led me to the marketing team. And then being on the marketing team, we wear so many hats. It's actually so surprising sometimes. People truly don't understand what really goes into it, right? And when you do, you really understand that there's so many dynamics that go into finding out about a community and how you uncover it online. And then learning about that digital strategy and what goes in the back end of that, right? And so my passion has kind of just grown by doing it and being in it and immersing myself into my career and kind of seeing what branches kind of come out from that experience. So honestly, I don't know yet. I just started on the digital marketing team. So for right now, this is kind of my path of where I am, and I'm really focused on it. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
What about as far as association? I know you're already a co-chair for PR.
Yes.
Do you have other areas within the association that you plan to work, or you want to take PR to the next level, or kind of what is your next vision for that? Yeah,
so for the PR committee, we definitely want to see this grow. We want to see that message, we are multifamily, to really expand, working with our government affairs committees and other committees within AANC to really partner to be able to brand out that message to the greater public. And I'm also part of the Next Gen committee as well, and my local affiliate of TAA. say. So I am the co-chair of our committee too. And so I'm really involved because I realize the impact it has as a whole, right? Not only on a state level, but even a local level. There's so much legislation happening and there's a lot of movement, but it takes a team to do that, not just one person. And so I love the fact that we have these committees because it allows everyone to have a voice. It allows everyone to bring their perspective to a greater cause. And I love doing something that is greater than myself. And so many people here show that, being a part of this. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of working together as a team to provide that message to the public and to connect in that way.
Oh, well, your passion, like, it's like contagious. It's like, this is like such good conversation. Yeah. And it's so important. Like, I think that's been the biggest thing about messaging and getting the message out there as to what multifamily is, how amazing this community is, how we all work together. Yeah. And I'm so excited to be a part of the PR committee to help with that and getting the message out. So
absolutely.
I'm so looking forward to what we're going to be doing next.
Oh, thank you so much. By the way, this has been an amazing conversation.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes.
Like, that was the purpose, is we just wanted to have like real authentic conversation, talk about what we do professionally, but talk about what we're doing in the community, how we're all connected, because we're here at conference AANC connected. Yep. And that's really the whole point, is just coming together as a community. So before we wrap up, what would you say, or what do you have anything else like on your heart or your mind that you want to share with the listeners?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is continue to believe in yourself. Allow yourself to fail and see that as a moment of growth, and don't give up. If someone tells you no, keep going. That no is just your redirection to where you're supposed to be. So never stop believing in yourself and continue to push on to where you want to be in life.
This is awesome. Thank you so much
You're
for being on.
This podcast is filmed and produced by Be Amazing Media. At Be Amazing Media, we provide video and photography services. We work with groups, we work with individuals, we work with corporate clients. It doesn't matter if it's headshots, if you're wanting to film a commercial to share your story of your business, or you want to bring us in and film an event. We're here for you. You could reach out to us at beamazing-media.com.
Hi everyone, I am here with Skyler Reak, another 20 on the rise for AANC, which is so exciting. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
And we are going to talk a little bit about you. So tell us, who is Skyler?
I'm Skyler. Hi, nice to meet everyone. I am a community manager here in North Raleigh. I've been a community manager with Greystar for a little over a year, been with Greystar a little bit longer, and been in the industry about 5 years.
And we were just talking, I made her stop, but we were just talking before because you were telling me a little bit about your story and the fact that you came from New York. So tell us how you got here and how you got into multifamily.
So, and of course, March 2020, COVID shut the whole world down. I was waitressing at Applebee's. And so New York was the first that everything was cut. All of the waitresses lost their jobs. All of the restaurants and all the small businesses were shut down. So it was kind of a what now moment. So I am a very paper-oriented person. I bought an atlas, a physical atlas, and I made a section along the East Coast, figured out where some family was, figured out how far away I wanted to be from that family, and for my 21st birthday, I took a road trip through North Carolina. And I hit all the major cities, and I got to Raleigh, and it felt like home.
That's so cool. And the fact that you got an atlas and did this. Like this wasn't online.
No, I mapped it out. I crossed things off as I went. And
that's so cool. How far was your journey? Like how many cities do you think you traveled before you landed on Raleigh?
Yeah, we had all the major ones. Charlotte, we ended up through Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, major heavy hitters.
And this was it.
Yeah.
And so you've been here 5 years. And so how did you get into multifamily? Because had you done multifamily before? Okay. So where did that come from?
It was a fairly natural transition. I started in leasing, which is of course customer service. You're customer facing all the time. And that's one and the same with any service industry. So
that's awesome. Now, because being on 20 on the rise, part of it is you obviously are in the community. So are you involved with TAA? Are you a part of AANC? Like, is there anything that you're doing with the associations?
Yes. So I've been involved with TAA almost since the beginning. I got my certified leasing professional with them right from the start. continuing education is very important to me. I don't have a college degree. A lot of us don't, and that's super okay. And I love that we have opportunities to learn and grow within ourselves and continue from there. So I started with TAA then, and I've been involved with the Government Affairs Committee with both the TAA and the AANC, and advocacy with both of those organizations is important to me.
So about the government affairs, because when you say government affairs, it was very intimidating. I just started getting involved with AANC, and it wasn't the first one that I jumped at, just because it was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to fit in that room or if I'm going to be able to really understand everything they're talking about. But so far, just sitting in there, being a part of things, I'm starting to understand how all of it works. What for you? Like, why is government affairs important to you?
It's super important for us to stay ahead of what's going on. I don't want to be the last to know. I don't want to be blindsided by things that are happening, because there is real policy change that directly affects us. So I wanted to be in the room, because if you're not in the room, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So with that, you just walk in. Everybody is so welcoming and friendly, and nobody expects you to know anything when you get there at first. They're happy to tell you what the ins and outs are, really hold your hand along the way. And I've been very lucky to have a great team with that.
That's awesome. Do you feel like being a part of the association and being a part of like government affairs, do you feel like that's really helped you in what you do in your job every day? Do you feel like it's an important part?
Yeah, absolutely. We just had the Bill 556 that was passed at the end of last year. That was something at AANC this past year we were advocating for, that we really needed to see that change happen, and we made it happen. It took some time. There were some tweaks that we didn't necessarily anticipate, but they are things that always affect us.
So what's next? What do you feel like the next 5 years for you looks like? Do you have any goals?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually just this past week got accepted to go back to school. So I'm going to be studying business law to hopefully wrap up that degree. A little daunting on that front, but from there, I'm not sure, and I'm so excited about that.
I love that for you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
High fives all around.
I know. High fives all around. I think it's amazing. I love it, because it's like, just like your journey of pulling the atlas out, figuring out where you're going to land, and then you land here, then you get this job, and now you're 20 on the rise in multifamily, and now you're going back to school for law. Like, who knows what's going to happen for you in the future? That's amazing. To me, that's like exciting, because it's like, it's almost like pulling the atlas back out, and it's like, okay,
Where now?
Where now? So I think that's awesome. I look forward to seeing where you are in 5 years and what's happening.
Cool.
And as far as involvement with AANC state, are you looking to do anything on national level or continue on local level? Do you have desires for that?
Definitely. I think starting local is the best way. Meet the people, know what you're walking into. NAA is a different beast, also very welcoming, but you should have some sort of background before they welcome you in there. So we're happy to show everybody what they want to get started with and grow into the national level. I hope that my mentors will be able to help me with that, and I have no doubt they will.
Now, talking about mentors, is there anybody you want to shout out or say thank you to?
Couple headrunners on that. Kelly Lee, of course, she is my Greystar girly. Love that for me and us. My current boss has been absolutely fantastic. Angel Oliver is wonderful. And then Craig Nardi, he was a TA past president as well. And he is just always the first to introduce me. You should know this person. And that's so important in what we do, because I wouldn't have met you if somebody hadn't said, here, this is Celia. So that's really wonderful, just to get out there and get to know folks.
Yeah, this conference is called Connected for a reason, but really multifamily is about connection. And I really feel like that's how we all grow and expand, and we connect, and who knows where that'll take you. You don't know the person you're meeting and what will come from that. So I'm so glad that you're here, and we're sharing this exciting 20 on the Rise I guess award is how they're wording it, but it's amazing to be part of this group, and it's amazing to meet you. Is there anything else you want to share with the listeners before we wrap up?
Just don't be afraid to get involved. I think it's daunting. You don't ever know what room you're going to walk into, who's going to be behind that door, but we're always here. It's never as scary as it seems. As we're sitting here, it's never as scary
Is this as scary as it seems?
No.
Well, I'm so glad you took the time out, and can't wait to celebrate later today.
Thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome. And I am sitting here with guest Racheal Dinka.
Hello.
She is another 20 on the Rise for AANC. I'm so excited to be sitting here with you. How excited are you?
I'm super duper excited, feeling super thankful and overwhelmed through all the support that everyone has given me. I definitely feel very blessed to be able to have the opportunity to receive the award.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. In fact, we're getting ready. We have to
Yes.
fly in a little bit to go get a group photo taken, but I'm so excited for all of us to be together. This has been an amazing opportunity. I've sat down with several already from 20 on the Rise and having just very inspiring conversations. And especially for those of you that have been in the industry, less than 5 years, and you have been in the industry exactly 5 years.
Yep, around 5 years.
How did you end up in multifamily?
So it's called being very friendly with your office staff that you live with. You never know. But yes, I was in Wilmington. I was in college, and I became very close with the property management group that worked the office. I'd visit them all the time, and then the leasing, he left and it was part-time, and they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, of course, I love you guys, let's do it, let's hang out. So that's how that happened. I went through college and same thing happened. I became friendly with the office staff, and it was a Greystar community, and they gave me a job because I didn't want to move back home with my parents, and I didn't want to move back to Raleigh. I wanted to stay in Wilmington, so basically took a job, got it, and was able to stay. So that's kind of how it all happened, and then I've just been hopping around from there.
It sounds like you're having fun with this.
Yes.
It's fun. It's fun going to a new community, meeting all these new people.
Yeah.
We're here at this conference, AANC. It's all about being connected.
Yeah.
And I feel very connected to everyone just being a part of the multifamily industry. Yeah. How important is that to you, being a part of multifamily and then also the associations?
It's very important to me, and something that I actually discussed, being a part of TAA specifically for me, it gives you a sense of rejuvenation, right? Because you're doing the same thing on site with your job, and you're with the same people. You have the ability to go and meet new people, new opportunities, and so it really gives you that additional appreciation, because you can go to all of these events, and a lot of them are very inspiring, and they make you recognize how lucky you are to be in the place that you're at. So I think that it's super important, getting involved and being a part of things like this, and listening and always constantly learning and seeing how you can do things better, at your sites and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what about as far as your involvement? Are you on a committee, or are you involved in a certain capacity with the association?
Yes. So with TAA, I am a part of the Excel committee. I have not been able to check out and put my feelers in for AANC, but it's definitely something that I would like to do. So I definitely want to get more involved and kind of level up from my TAA association to the AANC and go a little bit bigger.
Yeah, well, and that's part of it. It's I feel like that's part of expanding and growing and setting goals, and having this community be a part of, and then you, like you said, you start out at one, and then you go to the next, and then you just kind of add on to what you've already been doing. Mm-hmm. Have you had mentors or people that you feel like have really kind of coached you since you started?
Yes, I definitely think that when I moved from Wilmington to Raleigh, my CM at the time, she looked at me and she said, I'm going to push you as hard as you want to be pushed. And that really spoke with me. And she was like, you're going to get your certified apartment leasing professional certificate. You're going to be a part of the TAA. You're going to, she gave me the guideline and the material to run with it and grow. Because, in Wilmington, I didn't know about this stuff. I didn't know these opportunities. So I definitely look up to her, and I accredit her for everything that I've accomplished because she gave me the tools, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And so now I get to kind of pass that along, hey, don't forget about being a part of this or doing this. And But yes, and I think that I have a lot of women down to my regionals, my community managers, past and present. I think I have a very solid group of very strong women, and I look up to them a lot, and it really does, give me a future to look forward to, because I want to be like them.
That's so awesome, and I love that you have like the heart to like pay it forward, to do it for someone else.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that's such a big thing when we have these opportunities and you are appreciating, because sometimes I feel like, things can happen and things can happen so fast that you don't take time to really appreciate. And it sounds to me like that you genuinely, like, this really means something to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would not be here at all.
That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome. Like, because I feel very fortunate by the people that have been in my life that have helped guide me, because I knew nothing about the industry when I started. And it was when you step into this world, and obviously being here at the conference, it's even bigger.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to go to like local association. It's another when you come to something like this, and it's huge, and there's so many people. But you see how big the world is, and you see there's even more opportunity.
Yes.
So that should be really exciting.
It is. It's stepping out of your bubble. And that's the most important thing, is to step out of your comfort zone, grow, get out of your bubble, and, meet people. So I'm very excited to be here. And although it's very, I was very anxious, with all the people. But no, you got to step out of your comfort zone and meet new people and see what's out there. So definitely excited to be here.
Oh, this is so exciting. Well, I'm thrilled that you took a few minutes to sit here and share a little bit about who you are, and excited for everything in the future. Yes. Congratulations on being 20 on the rise. And I will be seeing you soon, because we're going to do a photo together.
We're going to go do a photo.
Thank you for tuning in to the Be Amazing podcast. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone. Also, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social, the Be Amazing podcast. Until next time, keep showing up, keep making an impact, and above all, keep being